Now, the odds are, of course, that the Spurs will lose Game 3 in Oklahoma City.
Oh, stop hedging your bets.
I'm not hedging my bet. I'm just speaking the obvious here. That's just the obvious. Oklahoma City will be favored to win that game. But the point is, I'm not afraid of this question because the Spurs aren't afraid of this question. They are truly one game at a time. When they say it, it rings true to me. I don't think you'll see the Spurs come out wearing mouthpieces with the Roman numeral 6 on them, as in we need 6 more, like my other favorite player down in South Beach is wearing his Roman numeral 16.
Why you got to bring him up for? Why you starting trouble, Skip?
I just have to because I can't stop myself. But the point is, the reason the Spurs have a chance to win out is they know that 2 or 3 starters on any given night can have a bad night and they can still win handily. What happened last night, Stephen A? What if I told you Tim Duncan would go 2 for 11? What if I told you that Danny Green, another starter, would miss all 4 of his 3-point attempts when the game was getting a little tight in the fourth quarter, and that Danny Green for the 2 games would be 2 for 12 from the 3-point line? Well, you just shrug and say, they put up 120 points last night. They won by 9. Oklahoma City, I think, maxed out last night. They get 88 points from their big 3. How can they play that much better than they played last night? And they lost by 9. That's why this is a legitimate question, and I ain't afraid of it.
Your grammatical ways, your grammatical incorrectness notwithstanding.
I only went to Vanderbilt. I apologize.
Let's be clear about something here, okay? Is it a fair question to ask in light of how the San Antonio Spurs look? Sure. But it's also so disrespectful to the Miami Heat from the standpoint of this. It's one thing to say the Spurs will win it all, which I believe they will. But to sit there and to say that they would sweep LeBron James and D-Wade, because we know that's what's coming down the pike, an encounter against those two? Wow. I mean, could you imagine what LeBron will go through in pursuit of a world championship, getting to the finals for the 2nd consecutive year, and then getting swept in the finals? LeBron, Chris Bosh, D-Wade. I'm a critical individual, man. I'm a cynical dude, no doubt about it. I'm skeptical as they come. But I would never go as far as to disrespect them to the point where I believe that somebody would sweep them. If it happens, I would be stunned. All of us would have to own it. But to walk into a finals, seeing how the Miami Heat have been playing, understanding what is at stake for them, and to think that anybody would steamroll over them 4-0 is unconscionable. I can't entertain something like that because I'm not thinking about Boston being in the finals. I'm thinking about the Miami Heat. And to say that LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh are going to be swept is as close to as blasphemous as I've ever heard anybody intimate, including you,
okay,
Joker.
All right. Batman here has something to fire back at you, Joker. Right now, nobody is playing point guard better than Tony Parker is playing point guard. Right now,
so what?
Nobody can close big playoff games better than Manu Ginobili, and that includes another of my favorites, Dwayne Wade. And right now, left in the playoffs is no better rebounder and rim protector than Tim Duncan. Refute that.
And right now, they're not playing against LeBron James, D-Wade, and the Miami Heat.
No, they're playing a team that you thought was better.
No.
Well, you've been riding that Thunder bandwagon all year.
I thought they were a scoring machine, and they could score on anybody. That's what I thought, which they did and still lost. It's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. And let me tell you something right now. KD, he's got the one thing you can say, Steven Jackson, as tough as he is, you know KG, bit skinny, needs to do some push-ups, get in the weight room, no doubt. That's not a problem LeBron James has. Who's pushing him around?
Maybe the Celtics. We'll find out tonight.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. We will. And Jay, I'm trying to tee you up here.
Well, before you do,
Jay,
go ahead, Stephen A.
Jay, do I have to talk basketball? Do I have to talk basketball with him?
You do.
Yeah, mind you, what did he just say? We're not even talking about skills. We're not talking about closing. This dude has gone as far as to say that somebody's going to push LeBron James around. You done lost it. You done lost it.
Well, Stephen A., I will say this.
Why do y'all even ask me to talk basketball with him?
Stephen A., I will say this.
For what?
And I know things have changed, and he's with Miami now, but it's worth noting. The last time the Spurs hoisted the trophy, they did so by sweeping LeBron James in the finals. I know, different team, different time.
Time out.
And he is the greatest player who ever played. That's what they tell me.
Forget that. Hold on. Whoa. Don't change the subject. I wasn't debating that. What I said was he talked about how maybe the Celtics, maybe somebody will put, you know what I was alluding to, physically, how Steven Jackson is stronger, bigger NBA body, pushing around a relatively significantly skinnier Kevin Durant. And Skip uses that to sit there and talk about how maybe an aging team, Father Time knocking at their door, attrition is conspicuous as ever before, being the Boston Celtics, how they could push around a dude that's 6'8", 260 pounds, locomotive coming at you, built like a chiseled brick house, and you can't even give him credit for at least being strong as a physical specimen.
I give him lots of credit for being physically strong. I'm talking about being mentally weak. Mentally
That's how ridiculous. That's not the point. That's how ridiculous you have gotten. You are so gone. You are so out there.
Is that all you got?
It doesn't even make sense to be talking to you because you won't acknowledge anything truthful. You won't even acknowledge it.